Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course. How could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder. The 3 glorious days. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Cast, where we are playing Aviary Attorney. This is Act 3, The Sleeping City. Oh, I timed that really perfectly. Good job, me. I can't believe he's skipping work again. Is that the voice I gave you? I think it was a little higher pitched. I swear, if I find that moping bird brain in la canage or you. Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Morning, Spet. No, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is... Where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Ugh, it's far too early for this level of roasting. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. No way, we've got important business to discuss. I can't do that if you're half drunk. Oh my god, I can't remember the voices I gave you guys. Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes, it's what the wolf judge said. About a revolution. Pshaw, that guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we worried about every potential French revolution, we would never get any work done at all. Am I right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is a fancy wax. That is a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Alright. Monsieur Falcon, meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Place de la Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Volerti. That's it. How terse. Volerti's letter has been added to your evidence folder. A proposal from the inspector. Interesting. Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to meet him and find out? May as well. I don't know what sort of proposal the inspector has in mind, but we would be foolish to reject it without even hearing him out. Grab your coat. Alright, no dilly-dallying. I like it. Oh, before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point. What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay for the bill from my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit, but the inspector's call should take priority, I think. Ooh, that may be bad. I don't know how much I owe the hospital. Alright, let's go to the Place de la Bastille. Alright, let's see. Oops, I accidentally closed the window. Good. Not close, I minimized it. Brr. It's far too cold to be meeting up on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under Ancien Regime. Wait, do you think the inspector worked here during Ancien Regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old.
Well.
Severin, what are you doing here?
Settle down, JayJay. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector.
What could he want with all 3 of us?
It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and the police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck.
A big investigative role? Sounds juicy.
Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus?
No, what?
He escaped from prison before we could even try him. Rumor has it that the wolf bribed his jailkeeper, then fled for the hills.
So he escaped justice.
For now. But don't fret, nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which...
Oh, good, you're all here. Oh my god, that was loud of me. Excuse me, Mr. Inspector Volerti, sir. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking. You impudent whelps. I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood.
Oh great, now you've set him off.
We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and I saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Floridian killer himself.
This is a fascinating story, Inspector. Perhaps you could tell us why we are here.
Oh, right, of course. Why we're here. What I am about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. Have you probably heard, France is under threat from a certain highness group. Revolutionaries. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months, no, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and the newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will get even just angrier. Indeed, and that's why it's paramount that we find and strike the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police.
Do we have any leads?
Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who is only referred as the Croque Monsieur. That's a type of food. Like the sandwich? What? The Croque Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, and a little bechamel. Throw on some peppers if it's a Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking?
Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it's my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honored to lend any and all assistance.
Suck up. That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. What about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I am a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We are surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and dullards who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Caroline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Caroline, it doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction. You aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around your office twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity and do something great? Help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation. I mean... Sure. What are you like... Was he moving up for a second? That was weird. Oh no, he's just like balking. I would be honored to help my country, Inspector. Consider us on board. Oh, my bad. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear.
I had no idea you were such a patriot, JayJay.
There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Yeah, pride is fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this? Of course. Here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. 50 francs? Psh, we're being undersold. Hush, Sparrowson. This is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive Croque Monsieur, find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your 2 tasks. I will check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then.
I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group, JJ, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Try to keep up with me.
Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrowson. We have a croque monsieur to hunt. To haunt. Okay, let's go.
I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the croque monsieur as well.
Not so fast, Cocorico. There is something else we need to discuss.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
He is not telling us everything. Alright. Let's see. There's a lot of places I can go to. I'm gonna go to... Let me talk to Renard. I mean, he's out of jail now. So, and he's like an information person, so he would... You look very different. Well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses, as it were. Oh, but first things first. Mousy, would you kindly fetch our guest some tea?
Oh, of course, Monsieur Volps, of course! Monsieur, what sort of tea would you like? Chamomile? Darjeeling, maybe?
Chamomile sounds good. Chamomile sounds good to me, thanks, Mousy.
Sure, I can go for chamomile too. Okay, 1 pot of chamomile coming right up.
Let's get down to business. What is it you two came here for? We just have a couple of questions. Let's see. Have you ever heard of a person called the... Oh, wait, that's not your voice. Have you ever heard of a person called the croque monsieur?
And no, we aren't talking about the sandwich, unfortunately.
The croque monsieur? Are you referring to the black market salesman? The man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me, personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his vile reputation. I see. Then, do you have any idea how we can find him? Meeting the croque monsieur face to face is not easy. The man doesn't make himself known to just anybody after all. This is not a good voice for you. I should probably change your voice. I can't think of anything. I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. It's really funny talking to him talking with his voice like this because he has bigger words. Come back in 3 days and I will tell you where and when you can find the croque monsieur. That's an enormous help. Thank you so much, Monsieur Volps. Of course, there is a price. A price. Just a small fee. A mere 30 francs. Hey, we saved your derriere over that Prince Juan business. Is this any way to show your gratitude? Monsieur Volps, you must understand there is no personal errand. We are investigating on behalf of king and country. I'm sure your intentions are noble, Monsieur Falcon, but I am running a business here. A fox has to eat. 30 francs and I guarantee I will find you the croque monsieur. That's my final offer. What do you say? We'll take it. I have to figure it out. How much money do I have anyway? I have 114. No big deal. Oh, I still have to pay the... We'll go there later. Here you go, monsieur. Very good. As I promised, I return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where the croque monsieur can be found. Rest assured, I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Monsieur Volps. It is my pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Monsieur Volps, have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course. These days a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. I dare say that Paris may find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. But what can you tell us about the dissenters specifically? Do you know where they are meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you can read in the papers, monsieur. I know anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clapped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the dissenters went? I see. Perhaps I can assist you with something else. No, that's all. That's all. Have a pleasant day, Monsieur Volps. As to you, messieurs. I never had the tea.
The tea is ready, Monsieur Volps, it's ready.
I'm afraid you're too slow, Mousy.
Oh, bother.
Alright, that was interesting. I guess that's the voice I'm giving Renard now. I'm going to talk like this for Renard because he's an information person. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can go to the bar and we can learn something there. What's it called? Like, can I show you? No, no drinking, Bad Falcon. Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government. Therefore, they are perfect rebel breeding grounds. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, it's you two! What will it be today, wine or beer?
I'm afraid it's just questions for now, Madame Cannell. We're looking for a man called the Croque Monsieur. Have you seen him?
No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all.
Okay, okay. Have you heard any of your patrons bad-mouthing the government?
Of course, this is the tavern, hun. If people couldn't come here to grope up and talk politics, where else could they go?
That's true. But has anyone stood out?
Well, just between you and me, the pair on the drinking floor have been acting very shifty. Now, I'm not saying they are or they aren't rebels, but they are doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean.
I think I do. Thank you, Madame. Let's see, where to go? Let's go to the drinking room.
And that's when the mademoiselle told me to put the order in. No idea where she's going to keep them, though.
What are the voices I gave you guys? I guess I'll just rework them.
Pierrot, you know she hates being called the mademoiselle. You're going to get stuck with guard duty again. Oh, right you are. The madame it is, then. Wait, she ain't married, is she? Why do we have to call her madame? Why don't you ask her yourself? No way, she'd straight up eat me alive if I asked that directly.
Wait, hush up, do you smell that? It smells like... eavesdroppers. Can I help you, messieurs?
What were you talking about?
What were you two just talking about, before we rudely interrupted?
Well, I would like to include you in our conversation, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think that's any of your business.
I don't want to say that directly. I suppose it isn't our business. I apologize for asking, messieurs.
Quite alright, no harm done.
Straight up just ask him. Monsieur, have you heard of a man called...
Falcon, wait! There's a slight chance these guys might be rebels, right? So if we ask directly, they might be scared off.
Good point. I'll try to keep it subtle.
Straight up, just go straight up, no, don't just do it.
I really like your hat, but I feel like asking about the rifleman. Monsieur, I see you are carrying a rifle. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Ah, good question. Oh, God, I forgot your voice already. Well, good question. See, most hunters around here are carrying old French Charleville, but this beauty is something special. See? It's American from Springfield Armory, model 1812, percussion lock firing system. An American musket, you say? That's certainly quite special. It must have been hard to procure. It's true that you can't buy guns of this quality from standard street sellers, but if you know the right people... Please, go on. Well... Okay, listen carefully. You didn't hear it from me, but to meet the Croque Monsieur... Actually, it'd be foolish for me to explain it in public. It'd be much easier if you just take this. The Book of Judges. What is this, some sort of law book? The book's subject is not important, just take it. Oh, I see, it's the Book of Judges. From the Bible, Old Testament stories, and God smiting people and stuff. I appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Nor am I. Then why are you...
Just take it, you idiot. Bible books are what we use to pass around them code phrases, don't we?
Code phrases?
Pierre, please, I'm trying to be low-key. Can't do that if you're mouthing off with that big beak of yours.
Right you are.
Try to forget what my friend said. Just with a little searching and contents of that good book, you should be able to get what you desire.
Is that a religious metaphor?
No, monsieur, I'm being very literal.
Book of Judges has been added to your evidence folder. Thank you very much for the gift, monsieur. But to be honest, I have no idea how this is supposed to lead me to a gun salesman.
Ah, I see. Well, I hear there's an excellent friar who performs Bible readings at the Notre Dame Cathedral. Perhaps if you show the man your new book, he'll be able to find you a particularly spiritual passage.
Are you sure this isn't all a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me.
I assure you, I'm as secular as they come, monsieur.
Friar at Notre Dame Cathedral. Thank you, monsieur. I'll make a note.
Is there something else you wanted?
Thank you for your assistance, monsieur.
It's nothing. Get out here already. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved in this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need to do with the crook, monsieur, and get out of Paris. That's what a smart person would do.
I appreciate the advice, monsieur.
Alright, cool. And with that, I'm not going to gamble today because I still need to pay off things. So,
are we ready to hit the road?
Yep, let's go. Yep, let's make a move.
Next time on Let's Cats, let's visit...
Oh, I have a lot of oh, there's a cutscene. Let's watch this. What a view! You can see the July column so clearly from up here.
Ah, Cocorico, you're already here. You have news about the crook, monsieur, or is this about the other matter?
Here you go. As requested, the full register of those who entered Paris Law School, and the full list of graduates.
Very good, let's take a look.
Now, could you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for?
Look at this list of graduates. Do you see any names you recognize?
Well, I see my own, class of 1837, and I see that moronic prosecutor, Rupert Rabington, under the class of 1846. Oh, and there's JayJay Falcon's name under the class of 1832.
Very good. Now take a look at this register page from 1829. See anything amiss?
Well, I don't see JJ's name, but I'm not sure quite what that implies, Inspector.
The explanation is simple. JayJay Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832, right around the time of the July Revolution.
And why would he do that?
Why indeed? Monsieur Cocorico, you and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of French national pride. But Falcon, he's a bird of prey. It is his very nature to draw his talons and lash out at those around him. I have no doubt that when the pressure rises, he will show his true colors.
I'm not sure if I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I've always suspected that JayJay was a buffoon, an imbecile, and a troglodyte, but I would never describe him as a person of malice.
Time will tell.
Do you need me for anything else, Inspector, or shall I continue my investigation into the croque monsieur?
There is one more thing. Take this.
A pistol? No thank you, Inspector.
These are dangerous times. If you face violent threat, you cannot hope to defend yourself with that riding crop of yours.
I'm well aware. I just find these ghastly things to escalate situations rather than mitigate them. Oops, my bad.
That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide.
Fine, fine. I'll keep hold of it.
Well, Monsieur Cocorico, you have been most helpful.
I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector. That was interesting. Next time on Let's Cats, actually, we'll visit, I guess we might as well visit the church right away before I forget. I don't even know how much time I have. Yeah, I'll visit the church, and we'll talk to the priest and see what he has to tell us about this secret book of Judges. Bye-bye.